It's Jason here. So I just wanted to make a note that I'm only gonna do Roblox and juggling videos now. They're gonna be pretty low quality. Sorry. Okay, so today's video, getting the balls. I'm gonna teach you how to do some 3-ball juggling tricks. 3 tricks, and there's gonna be some extra noises in the background. Sorry. The first one is half shower, reverse cascade, and juggler's tennis. Okay, so the first one, half shower, you want to drop 1 ball. Yeah, 2 balls. So I don't know how high exactly your half shower should go, but for me, I found that there is a good height for the 2-ball half shower. I mean 3-ball half shower. So with 2 balls, you're just going to do this as you would normally do with 3 balls. But this time, when you throw this ball here, you go immediately throw that other ball. And I forgot, that other ball has to be a little bit higher. I can't do it when looking at the camera. So you're gonna do it like that. Also, you don't want it to be a cascade throw like this, because that's not how half shower is. So you're gonna do like a more like circle throw, and if you're comfortable doing it the other way, then here's some tips like that. With the other hand, with the left hand, it's kind of harder to do that, like throw there. But I find this way a little bit easier. Alright, so once you feel good with that, pick up the third. And also, don't try to learn those like 2 ways. That's really uncomfortable. So same thing, we're gonna do this, but when this higher ball comes down, we're gonna throw this ball like the first ball we threw, like this. Do it again. Crash. Do it again. Do it again. And you can add a 4th throw. Do it again. And you can keep going until you can eventually do the half shower. Now, some common mistakes is that like they kind of bump into each other like this, like that. And that's a pretty common trick I had. So if that happens to you, remember, like they keep colliding, just focus on doing the pattern a little bit higher. So you actually have more time to process what's going on. Also, another thing I see another problem which I have for half shower is that you pull them towards you. If that's the case, or also you pull them front, probably means you're throwing a little bit too out, like this. So please don't do that. Make sure you do them the same places over and over again. And you're doing with the other hand, same thing. We're not doing this. That's not how we're going to juggle it. Okay. And you also don't want them going all over the place. You don't want them doing this. You don't want them like colliding with each other and making them super out like this. We're not doing that. See, they collided. Which, if you're doing the pattern higher, make sure to not do it wider. It's hard for me to do it. That's how bad it is. So make sure you get that solid. And then we can go on to the next pattern. So the next pattern is reverse cascade. It goes like this. Oh, and also one note. If you have not juggled 3 balls and if you had not did the 3 balls solid yet, then you shouldn't be learning tricks yet. Get that pattern solid, and then you can do these. So reverse cascade is basically the same as the 3-ball cascade, but this time we're going to throw them backwards and a little bit higher to make it a bit easier. Now, if you didn't learn the 3-ball cascade, then this is going to be hell for you. So make sure you already did that 3-ball cascade to know how this pattern works. And you're like, hey, what is cascade, man? Okay, so now we're gonna drop 2 balls. Yeah. 1 ball. Now we make it kind of like go like that high. So like that. Like this. But not a cascade throw. You're gonna throw it from the outside to the other hand. Like this. Reverse cascade should be a little bit wider than your original 3-ball cascade. And if you want to throw a bit higher, that's fine too. Just make sure it's not going too wide like this. Make sure you don't have to reach to catch it like this. See, I can't even do it. Like this. Make sure it doesn't go like this. That I have to reach out to catch it. Like this. Like I don't have to reach out and don't have to move my body. You just go like this. And also make sure that it doesn't go straight up. And then your other hand catches it like that. So make sure it doesn't go like that. Because it's too thin. You need to make it a bit wider to make it a bit easier. And if you're like to cheat and just like do it like this, you can do that but eventually get a bit higher. Cool. So let's pick up 2 balls now. So the same thing, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. But when that other ball comes down, I want you to throw that other ball. Also, do that with the other hand. I say this way is a bit harder, and I think this way is a bit easier. But I let you decide, and make sure to not make it so thin like this. And once you feel comfortable with that, pick up the 3rd one. Now I have to make sure that your balls don't go against each other like this. So one problem is that a lot of people, which I had, is when this ball goes down, I throw it with that ball went down, and then they collide down. If that's the case, practice that 2-ball pattern again. So now with 3 balls, we're going to do the same thing like this, but when this ball comes down, you're going to throw that other ball. Just like the 3-ball cascade, you want to do a 3-ball reverse cascade flash. So I just say do each side a lot. And once you feel comfortable with 3 throws, do that 4th throw. Four throws, 5 throws, 6 throws, and then you can do 7 throws and 8 throws until you can do the reverse cascade. Yeah. Now last pattern is juggler's tennis. Now if you're not comfortable with half shower, then get that pattern solid before doing this, because this is the exact same as half shower except a little bit harder. So juggler's tennis goes like this. As you can see, it has that same outer throw like that, except you have to do it on both sides. And the other it's like half shell, which it goes like this. But when this ball goes down, the high ball, you're gonna throw that like a cascade throw, like a like this. I don't really know how to explain this. Alright, so juggler's tennis, you want to drop 2 balls, I mean 1 ball, and then just throw them like this. Just a lower 3-ball cascade. But this exercise, when this ball comes down, we can throw that other ball like the other one, like this. But when that ball comes down, you're going to throw this ball to the other hand, and then throw this ball to the other hand as well. Okay, so that might seem a bit confusing. You just want to do this, like the shower, the half shower, but this time when this ball goes back and forth, the high ball, and then this ball moves between like that cascade. Now that might seem a bit confusing. You can turn on slow motion if you want, but just get that solid and then you can move on with that 3rd ball. Now before this, I want to point out something, is that it's the same thing as half shower, except those bottom throws we're going to do before that high ball comes down. So pick up 3 balls, and now we're going to do this, like this. So first we're going to do those 2 cascade throws like normal, except when that fine 2-second ball comes down, we're going to throw that other ball to the other hand. And then repeat that with your other hand. This is like alternating right, left, right, left. Also, this one I can only do cascade throws with my left hand. I'm sorry. Now, some problems I have when I'm learning this is that sometimes the balls go too fast, like this. And then they get really close to each other. And makes the pattern super fast and then they collide. That's one of the like I struggle to get a lot of the balls out of my hand without them colliding. So to fix that, do that 2-ball pattern I said earlier. Or maybe you can do the pattern a bit higher like this. You can do that, but make sure to not keep the pattern too high. And if you're having the problem with the high throw, then just throw the high throw a lot higher, but the 2 throws lower, the same one. And of course, if you're having the problem with 2, just throw them a little bit higher, not the same. Because the high throw should always be the highest throw. Now some problem is that like sometimes the high throw goes like this, and like your arm has to go here to catch it. Then drop 2 balls and then practice that high throw. And then do the 2-ball pattern. If it happens with this one too, then just don't release that one. Once you feel good with holding the other ball in the other hand, do that. Also, once your like 2 throws become higher than your high throw, like this, then don't do that. It's not how it goes. So make sure you can do that without them going like that. And also that elbow throw shouldn't be a reverse cascade throw, because if it goes like this, that's not how it works. You're just going to have that problem where you have to reach over here to catch the high ball. So just So just do those 1 and 2 ball exercises until you can do juggler's tennis. Alright, so the 3 balls patterns. Half shower, reverse cascade, and juggler's tennis. Out of these all, I think juggler's tennis was the hardest to me, just because it's a little bit confusing. But with all of those tips, you'll be able to do these with ease. Alright, so sorry, I bumped the camera. So once you practice all that, once you watch all of this, good luck, and I'll see you guys next time.